Now then, welcome back to another episode of Avant 3 on the FTOG server. Welcome back, folks. How you doing today? Alright then, so today's episode, I'm going to be doing some stuff with crafting and auto-crafting. Auto-crafting things and stuff, and getting used to the auto-crafting side of things in refined storage. But not all of it's going to be refined storage. A lot of it's going to be the RF tools, because I need to solve a problem. And the problem is sorting stuff out in the hydroponics lab. Let me go and show you the hydroponics lab. Things are running a lot smoother on the server right now. Things are running much better because I've got rid of all of my mechanism stuff from down here. Put these doors back in. These doors are cool. I really like these doors. Especially for my hydroponics lab. Really love those doors for my hydroponics. But yeah, I got rid of all the piping and stuff. And all of the bits and pieces for my mechanism or processing. There's still stuff that I've got to sort out, but it's running a lot smoother now I've got rid of it. So it must have been that was the problem. Must have been that. But the majority of the time, I'm playing on the server with over 200 FPS. When I'm recording, of course, my recording software limits that to what you see before you right now. But that's by the by. One of the reasons I need to do some auto-crafting is because of all of these kind of bits of essence. You see the essence here, the glowstone essence, for instance. All of these things need to be craftable like this. Auto-crafted. That's what I want to see. So that I don't end up with a great big storage of this and have to come over to here every time I want some quartz or some steel or some whatever else I've got in here. Pig. Slime. Whatever. So I can run the farms and have the farms automatically running, and then the materials that they produce get sorted out and stored properly straight away. Now I've been doing this, which is basically destroying any excess stock so that it wouldn't lag the server while I wasn't here, so I could build up a nice big supply of either the ender pearls or quartz. And I've been using that supply quite rapidly. I think quartz essence. Looks like I've used most of it up just recently making quartz. So yeah, lots of quartz essence and stuff. But this easy storage system is not good enough for me. I want to have a different storage system underneath the floor here, auto-processing the output from the farms. So I got this sliding trapdoor. Love it. Oh, hi. Hi things. How you doing? Reload the chunks, thank you. Hi, all the things in the world. I thought I was going to fall through then. Yeah, so we've got all the items coming down from the farm and running along and into the easy storage system. And then certain items of it can be extracted from it. But the problem with the extraction ports is it only has these 9 slots. So you can only automatically extract so much and then put it back into another area. Put it into the storage space over here. All of the storage. So I'm left with a load of stuff stuck inside the system that's not being processed and not going anywhere. So I need to fix that today. That's what I want to sort out. I want to change the easy storage system and also connect it all into auto crafting and hope for the best. Now I think refined storage and RF tools should be my go-to for this, because both of those mods seem to be working quite nicely. I've just tested out the auto crafting side of things. We've got a crafter which can store patterns similar to the applied energistics, which it is a copy of or an extenuation of, and that then gives me craftables in here that I can then craft up as I need. So I've already programmed in the tier 3, tier 2, tier 1 and the component parts of the tier 1, tier 2 and tier 3 crafter, so that I can just ask for a couple of crafters to start and it'll tell me all the items that I need, all the things that are available, and get it on. And then produce and create and make and all that kind of stuff. I've got a crafting monitor as well just to see if anything gets stuck. But the majority of it is all sorted. Crafting tier 3. So a tier 3 crafter is very similar to a tier 1 crafter. Tier 1 crafter has 3 recipes available in it, whereas a tier 3 I think has 9. We can't quite tell here, but I think it's 3, 6, 9. So we get lots of recipes that I can have. And it automatically, as soon as the right materials arrive in its input here, it will craft it up and sort it all out. So that is what I'm doing. In regards to using this as an auto crafting, I'd have to put patterns in and then request the crafting. So I would have to request the crafting of things. And I just want it to automatically take the items and craft it up. So that is what I'm planning on doing. Now, it's not so easy. It's not so easy as just placing down a load of crafters, as far as I can tell. I'm going to need a fair amount of wiring and stuff going on in here in order to make it so that this doesn't go all weird and wrong and doesn't fail me. So I still need a storage space for a load of the seeds so the seeds don't overflow. So I've always got a stack or 2 of seeds to plant, but it doesn't end up filling the place. And with 1 extraction port at a time being used in this, it's going to be very difficult to maintain. So I think I'm going to replace all of this with refined storage for a start, and having all of this coming into auto crafting centers. So for instance, if I put an auto crafter on here, this will then receive all the goodies and be able to sort itself out. Now, with all these different crafting recipes available, I'm going to need to filter what can actually be entered into there. And I believe I've got an item filter in here somewhere. Yep, I've got a basic item filter. Good. Which means that I can put the basic item filter in here and have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 crafting recipes. Which is not enough. 5 crafting recipes is not enough because the tier 3 crafter can do more than 5 recipes. So I've got another issue there that I've got to have 2 inputs, or I have a lower tier crafter. A lower tier crafter, not my ideal choice. So instead, I'm going to have the crafter further down here. Let's put it down this way. Further down here, so that it inputs that way. And I need that thing back. I need it back. Give me that back. Thank you. So I'm going to have it lower down. Let's take it again. Lower down here. Have another conduit. I've got some here. Good. Have another conduit going in the back and a conduit going in the top. Okay, so that I can have items inserted from the system very quickly from both sides. Okay, and then I can filter what goes in. So only the recipes that I'm choosing will be filtered to go in, and then I can also set it to be in and out, so it only inserts what I ask it to, and it'll extract everything else. Right? So then the everything else goes into the other system. This is the output slot, and it will go into the other system. I also need to give it power, which I need to bring in from somewhere, and because this is Ender IO, we can have the power supply coming in at the same point as this lot. So I've just got to do a little bit of that, transforming the place under here, just to be able to auto craft as we go, and set up a few more of these auto crafters along here, so that they're automatically crafting everything that we need as we need it. I can do it like this, I suppose. Yeah, I can do it like this, and have the input outputs on the back here, in out, yeah, and set all of this slowly but surely up to do exactly what it needs to do to process any of the hydroponics lab's drops. And then, instead of coming all the way over here with it, it will take stuff out and bring stuff this way first. So it'll try and put into here first from the farms, and then any excess stock will disappear over here and get put in here. Okay, let the extraction commence. I've set up another network receiver, same as last episode, and I've set up a disk drive. I've taken all the other disks out of the storage so that only Only the stuff that I take out of this easy storage will come into here. Connected it up to the export. Can't see the export though. Let's try this way. I need to go down. Thank you. Set up the export to export those 3 largest items that we had in here, which these. I took out all the smaller stacks already. As you can see, it's going down. But the importer requires a whitelist, and this extraction port also requires a whitelist. So between them, they're whitelisting and sending everything over to the system over here, so I can store it all. So as you can see, it's going down slowly. Slowly but surely. I potentially could put some speed upgrades in here, but I'm just going to go and make a cup of coffee and let it happen, because this will slowly fill up and take all this, and then I'll be able to delete all of these easy storage blocks and throw them away as well. Okay, so now everything's taken out of the easy storage and put onto this 64K storage disk. Everything that was in the system is now in there. So some bits ended up in here, like powerful sprouts and stuff. Some bits ended up in here, but this is access to the entire main system, like so. And I'm going to seal that away. I don't actually want it there. I've decided I don't actually want it there. So that is just quick access to the crafting of everything, a little crafting grid just here, ready, with all my stocks and supplies that are in there. Yeah. Keeping this separate for all of the agricultural revolution storage. I'm not linking that to the system because I don't want other things to go in here. I just want the agricultural revolution stuff going in there, including this is going to go in someplace else as well. But I want all of the seeds and all of the produce from the seeds to be processed and not go directly into the system. I'm going to keep the original setup where we've got the remote sensors behind here. Yeah, the remote upgrades, or the remote awareness upgrades in here, in and out, so that when I reconnect it just here, it will be connected to the main Ender IO system for bulk storage of stock. And this will be connected to whatever's left over here, I guess, to try and get rid of all of the output from the system. So the output from here will end up going into those storage up here. So the next thing I've got to do, right, now I've disconnected it all, is to put the stock away in here. So we're going to unlock them all. There shouldn't be anything goes into any of them. I'm just going to unlock them all. They've all got void upgrades as well. So I'm going to take all them out. And then some of them will keep void upgrades actually. It's because some of them want to be voided off. I don't want too many carrots or potatoes and stuff like that. But some of them will get a lot of upgrades, like these did. A lot of diamond upgrades in order to maximize their stock. And I suppose a void at that point would be okay. It just gets rid of all the excess stock, basically. But all the seeds, I want to take all of the seeds and find locations for the seeds down here. So underneath here, I'm going to store away all the seeds. And these are on a void, and they're only 8 stacks. So I can put 8 stacks in there and void the rest off. That's the plan. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm going to take the agricultural revolution seeds and put them in first. Get them sorted. Move all of this stock up slightly so that we've got the fruit and stuff here. All the agricultural revolution fruits and stuff from over here. And then I'm going to start putting in the things that we will be producing with the seeds. So we've got the stockpile here that I can access from over there. I've done all the manual swapping around that I can, and this little setup here will mean that every possible seed of these types will come in here and void off. So there's no access through the main terminals. Same with the resource seeds and sprouts and stuff. They should all come into the system and get sorted out from wherever they come from. Now we've got to start sorting out the last little bit. I've transferred almost everything I can transfer by hand, and I've still got this little drawer here that's full of over 200 stacks of each thing. These things over here all moved over nicely, 8 stacks of each, and a void upgrade on, so I'll never be overdoing it with these kind of foodstuffs, but they're always there nicely on display. We've got some string and some cotton in here, which also can be created by the farming. But next up, I want to start creating all of the cool stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a stack of that. Let's put a stack of that in there, and a stack of that. And I'm also going to need to have a stack of that and a stack of that. So for a start, the resource seeds themselves, or rather the sprouts themselves, can go away in here and get voided off. Now, I'm hoping that this will then suck all of these sprouts from everywhere else and bring them down here. So it'll slowly but surely empty this out for me. And the same will apply to setting this up to be able to input and extract those things. So let's input from the top, actually. Let's put this in here. So we'll insert both the ender pearls and the essences into there, right? And we'll put those in here. So that's all I want to go in here at the minute. I'm going to set up the recipe number 1 for that. And that should give me... Oh, maybe I need some power first. Do I need some power first? Maybe I need some power first. Let's get the power set up. Okay, so we've got... I brought a power supply in from one of the solar panels, but I hadn't actually set it up yet. So let's do that quickly. Let's not have too many things going on at the back. Let's see. Now will you do it? Now, yeah, now it's remembering the things, is it? Now remember. That. Apply. Okay, so the first thing's ender pearls, and it automatically puts them in there. Awesome. And now if I take this and stick that into the first location, up, and up. Oh, come on. Every time I look that way, I can't fly. But when I come in this way, I can fly. Must be something going on there. Alright, let's see. We'll put this in here as well. I don't really care. Yeah, I do want an excess stock of ender pearls. So let's put it in there. And I should probably do some upgrading as quickly as possible down here. I think this one still has an upgrade in. Yeah, that's good. So let's see. Put the upgrade in there. That should give me 8 times the base value of stacks available. This is good. And then we'll do the same thing for quartz. We'll make a quartz crafting recipe like that. And apply that to there. Yeah, apply that to there. So now ender pearls and nether quartz will get made, which is good. And then let's turn around, come back out here. Lots of simple tricks to do here. That can go in there. Well, it seems to be working all perfectly fine, really. I can access everything from those drawers in here. Now, I don't know if that's coming straight in or not, but this is supposed to be connected up so that I can see the glowstone and ender pearls in there. 5k, 3.5k. And in here, I've got 6k, 1.9k. So, I'm still not sure whether I'm storing it in the wrong place or things are crossing over somewhere. I think a full rewiring needs to be done. And this is... what is it exactly? What is it exactly? It is 3.5 and that one is 5. Okay. Yeah. Well, there's quite a bit in there anyway. And things are slowly getting processed around here. I've got one of these tier 3 crafters hooked up at the minute and it's just receiving whatever. I'm also growing a few other bits and pieces. I realise that I don't really have that many sprouts, to be honest. I've got, what is it, diamond sprouts in here at the minute, yeah. And I've got iron sprouts in there at the minute. And I've got a blaze sprout and a slime sprout in there. I'm just going to build up a little bit of a stockpile of some things. I don't think I need to stockpile iron. So let's just get all of that back. And worry about the iron another day. The iron will go away in here. There we go. But now at least... when I set something up to run, it will run indefinitely, but get rid of excess stock of the sprouts. because I did just have so much Enderman and so much quartz sprouts. It was unbelievable. I spent ages just transferring over by hand to empty this container off. But now I've got ender pearls and quartz galore. Plenty of it. All lurking around. I'm even doing the bits and pieces here. I don't know where the diamonds are going though. I've been running that a little while. I guess the diamonds are going back into main stock because the essence is going there and it's got nowhere else to be. This is no longer exporting into the system, and I guess I'm getting more diamonds in here. Although the whole Ender IO system is connected. I'm not sure exactly how it's connecting, to be fair. Not sure exactly how it's connecting. I'm going to have to do some more sorting out of wires and stuff up here. Because I've been changing things around a little bit. I've got wires going in places that I don't know where they were originating from or how important they are. I just know I've got cables everywhere. And because I'm changing my storage solution to this, I could end up with wires going in the wrong places still. Dead end wires. So I've got to be careful to check all of these things and make sure they're going to someplace useful and required. But that will do for today's episode, folks. Thank you very much for watching another episode of Avant 3 on the FTOG server. I will be continuing messing around on here and doing some more stuff to finish off the ship. And then that will probably be the end of this season on Avant 3. So thank you all very much for watching. I will be around for Avant 4 or whatever it is the FTOG server do next. And I'm finishing up here first before I do that. But I'm not moving on from the spaceship. I've changed my mind. I'm not moving on from the spaceship. I will be finishing the spaceship and then that will be the end of the series of Avant 3. So thank you all for watching. Leave your comments down below. Don't forget to leave a like and I will see you in the next episode. Goodbye.